I don't know why everyone, but I always get nervous when these things are turned on.
We're going.
We're going. Let's do it proper Brummie style. We're going anyway. I'll be getting on the buzz. I've never heard that sound before.
What sounds that?
It's Habitation Day again. Jamie is back, which means you get 2 Brummies for the price of 1. Somewhere in here is a fellow Brummie. Where are you?
Come here.
You're there. You are. It's Jamie. Everyone,
Hello.
He's back. There's something different about you this time, Jamie. I'm trying to think what it is. Oh, you're.
Hey, the on workshop of the year.
Hey. We need confetti coming down the screen now. Confetti coming down the screen. And when did you win that, Jamie?
It was awarded in February.
Awesome.
Not long ago for the year 2021. That was. So very good. Very pleased.
I don't know whether that means the charges have gone up or not.
Oh yeah, double.
We knew you were good when you come the first time, but you know.
It's always nice to have somebody else reaffirm that. Then.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll stand out the way. It's bloody cold out there today, so I'm going to be filming it inside the van, I think. It's glorious sunshine though. Look everyone, that's blue sky in the UK. And we've got some manky flying here now. So as you strip and put the van back together, how many people were in that competition type whatever award thing?
Over 530 UK workshops.
Okay.
Within the approved workshop scheme.
Awesome.
And they split it down to fixed base and mobile. Let's get under there.
You don't. I only have a sit where he wants to work next. So you're obviously testing electric, that's fine.
Yeah.
You've already checked the leisure battery, I assume.
Yeah, we checked the leisure battery, fridge operation,
Right.
all from the engine side.
Yep.
So now we're checking it from the habitation side. And we're just going to check that the consumer unit's going to...
I'm going to ask the question, which I guess is impossible to answer. How long would you expect a leisure battery to last? But it depends on what...
It does depend on...
what it's been put through, doesn't it? So
yeah, the amount of power drain, whether it's constantly plugged into the electric, because that makes a difference.
when you say it makes a difference, does it make a positive difference or a negative difference?
Difference, because the battery's not...
Does it need to... It needs to drain a bit?
Yeah,
then...
So it needs to cycle...
Yeah, okay, understood.
Up and down. Battery manufacturers now have started, because of the way the leisure industry is, they've started specifying that battery warranties are only on manufacturing defect.
Yeah,
so if you
understood.
take a flat battery to them and say it won't recover on charge, therefore it's knackered,
yeah,
they'll test it for manufacturing defect, and if it's not, you've got no warranty.
Yeah, understood. At the end of the day, they're designed to work in a certain way, aren't they? I just noticed that one says AGM battery. I'm just thinking, what's the difference?
Advanced glass mat,
Right,
or lead acid.
right. And then there's lithium, I guess.
Yeah, it just depends on how much money you want to pay.
Okay. I guess each has its pros and cons.
Yeah, cost is the main one.
Yeah,
but
okay.
The more you pay, the better the battery.
Yeah, of
is,
course.
generally.
Yeah, makes sense. I guess like with many people that own caravans, campervans and motorhomes are more concerned about when you do the damp testing. So I'll be happy when we get past that one.
I've already done it.
Oh, right, okay. So Jamie's just confirmed he's already done it. I must have been eating a biscuit at the time. And the results?
No issues.
More confetti coming down the screen. That's a happy motorhome owner. So we were saying, surely one of the big benefits of a habitation check is having a thorough damp check could hopefully identify issues before they become bigger issues.
Well, that is the idea, an annual check. If you come, the damp report has different gradings, and it tells you there's a key on the damp report to tell you 0 to 15% what that means.
Yeah.
15 to 20% what that means.
Yeah.
So if you're starting to get readings that need looking into,
yes,
but you're catching it early, you can nip it in the bud before it starts.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because once it starts getting over 30% and structural damage is occurring.
No different to a leaky drain pipe on a house or a leaky roof on a house at the end of the day. It's nipping it in the bud early, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have heard or read a comment on one of the forums. On the habitation check report, you don't have to write it now if it's under 15. Is that just hearsay, or?
It all depends on what the individual manufacturer specifies.
Okay.
So on my report, we follow this, being part of the approved workshop scheme,
yeah.
and we're assessed on this, which is the damp testing matrix.
Yeah.
All the manufacturers are in there.
Yeah.
And they tell you exactly what to do. So
it's actually dependent on the manufacturer.
So in the case of Roller Team.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not a blanket one fits all then.
No, it just says damp test required. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
And then if there's anything that they need you to know, they put it in notes down the side there.
Right.
So if they only want you to record certain things,
yes,
it'll be in the notes. But they're all pretty much want you to write down whatever.
Yeah, so it isn't quite how I've read it or heard.
No.
Yeah, okay, understood. Just wanted to clarify that, Jamie, thank you. What are we up to next then, Jamie?
So I'm going to do carbon monoxide tests.
That's back out in the cold then?
No, not initially. So we'll do a 10
we're going to shut the door, aren't we?
We'll do a 10-minute room CO test.
Yes.
Just making sure the products of combustion aren't coming back in.
Okay. Which means I get to sit in the warm.
And then we go and put the probe down the flue, which on this one we can only put it in the flue of the combi because the fridge is that big.
Yes.
And the flue's down here.
Yes.
And the vent's at the top.
Yes.
So I can't reach it.
Okay. The thing is, will the fridge come on? It hasn't been used for a long time on gas. It's been used on electric. I don't know why everyone, but I always get nervous when these things are turned on again for the first time this year.
So while that's doing that,
yeah, we're going to get
10-minute room CO test, which shouldn't really be in here because.
I'll go out. Yeah, I'll go out. Yeah.
No, me as well.
Yeah.
But if we're getting carbon monoxide in,
yeah,
then we're going to be breathing it in.
Yes.
But on the analyzer, it tells us there the top line COP. So that's carbon monoxide parts per million, 0. So I'll keep my eye on that throughout. If that starts going up,
we get out.
That's it, I'm going.
We're going before we're going.
Yeah. We're going.
We're going. Let's do it proper Brummie style. We're going anyway. I'll be getting on the buzz. A buzz, for anyone that doesn't understand, is a bus. Has the fridge come on?
Yeah, the fridge is on.
Why do I worry about my own van when Jamie looks after it every year? It's just that when things haven't been used for a while, no pun intended, you just hope they're still going to work. At the end of the day, everyone, for those that decide maybe that they don't want to spend out on that annual habitation check, what we are talking about here, of course, is a vehicle that we live in. A lot of the time we sleep in these vehicles at night. We can be sitting in the lounge area all day long. We've got gas, we've got electric. You just want to be absolutely sure that everyone in the van is completely safe. For me, personally, it's an absolute no-brainer, and every year that we have this van, or a new van if we ever choose to sell it, Jamie will of course be coming here and looking after it. It just affords us with a lot of peace of mind and gives a good addition to the service history record for the van when we come to sell it. Heat! We have heat coming into the van. It's 7 degrees today in Derbyshire, but we now have heat in our van. And it's lovely. The best accent in the country.
Scousers, without a doubt.
And then Brummies.
And then Brummies, yeah.
We've got to be high up there, haven't we?
Mind you, Bristol people are funny as well, aren't they?
Most of my family are in Bristol.
Yeah.
And I do love how they talk.
Yeah. I think at some point there's going to be that many people that'll go down the M5 and get to Weston and Breen Sands that it's going to break off and drift back to the Irish Sea, isn't it?
Is that your thought of the day?
With it, yeah.
Is that the thought of the day? Okay, I'll go with that one. And you know the most people that'll be at Breen Sands and Weston, don't you? Be Brummies.
Yeah, brilliant.
That was the only seaside.
Even better.
It was only the seaside. The only seaside I ever went to was Weston Supermare. Oh, and Skegness.
The drift off into the Irish Sea. That's fine.
I used to go to Weston, Breen,
Yeah.
Rill,
Yeah.
and Skegness.
Yeah.
To me, they were the only seasides available to the UK. To the UK when I was So just for the benefit of our viewers, although I think it's quite obvious what you're doing.
So we've done the room test to make sure the products of combustion aren't coming back in.
Yes.
And now we put the probe down the flue.
Yes.
And it tells us how it's burning. So we're looking at the ratio, COP, which is parts per million, and then the CO2 percentage.
Okay.
Once that's stabilised, the ratio has to be within set boundaries, and the CO as low as possible really. They'll always be quite low, but this is the only way that you'll tell whether that's burning correctly or not.
Okay.
Unless you're getting black soot around there, because you can't see the burner, you can't see the flame.
No.
This is the only way. This isn't mandatory, but this is just something that we do.
You do. Is it effectively a sealed unit?
It is.
Is it a non-serviceable unit?
No, it's not non-serviceable, but you have to strip the room seals apart.
Yeah, okay.
To take it out and...
a decent size of a job to do.
Yeah.
Did we pass?
Yes.
I'm glad about that. I can go back in the warm now. Are we all done?
So everything's running. Fridge is running on gas. Combi boiler's running on gas. Your 3 burners and your oven all running on gas. So that's making sure that the regulator can supply enough gas
to do literally everything at the same time.
If it can't, if the pressure drops when they check it outside, if the pressure's dropped below the operating pressure, then the regulator's failing.
Okay.
So what we do now, turn the gas off. That simulates flame failure. Everything will shut down. A couple of minutes later, we'll turn the gas back on, and if there's no pressure drop, then we know everything's shut down properly and it's all working.
Okay, so everything's gonna get upset in a minute then. We're gonna hear the sound of an unhappy Truma boiler when the gas gets cut off.
Yep. So you'll hear the Truma. That'll start clicking, and then it'll come up with an error code there. The fridge will start clicking. So we just leave that for a bit.
The poor fridge being deprived of power. Look, it's looking for another source now.
No, it isn't, because it was on manual.
Oh right, okay. You forced it to look for gas. See, I like to be posh. Look, we've got an automatic one.
Yeah, you know what that means though? It's more expensive when the board
Yeah,
fails.
I know. Everything is. Yeah, I just like the fact that we can leave it in auto and forget about it.
Yeah.
So it's all gone off.
It's all gone off. We'll give it a couple of minutes to wait for the fridge to stop sparking.
I've never heard that sound before.
What sounds that? What?
That.
That's my printer. Do you want to come and watch it? Do you want to come and see this?
I'm leaving that in. Just because I can. Do you know what it sounds like? A bit of like a dot matrix type printer.
Well, it's just what it is. So what we do now,
Yes.
everything's shut down.
Yes.
So we've got the line here, so there's no gas in the system, it's not pressurised. So now we turn the gas back on, and that will go back up to the operating pressure. And then if we turn the gas back off, if that drops, something inside is still trying to pull gas. So it's not shut down properly.
Yeah, and by definition, it shouldn't be doing that for safety reasons.
But that's fine. So everything's all okay. That's the last part of the check.
Is that the van done?
Yeah.
Our van has passed its second habitation check. Yes! Some of you will be watching this, of course, and thinking, well, it should do. It's only 2 years old. But, you know, there's these vans, they got so many things fitted to them. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. It's just nice knowing that it's all been checked and it's all working correctly again. Well, in summary, everyone, that's another habitation check done, and I'm pleased to say our roller team motorhome has got no issues with damp or any issues with anything at all. And although you kind of hope and expect that, as the van is only 2 years old, it's still always good to have an expert check it out for you and make sure everything's fine. I'm going to reiterate, everyone, that in my humble opinion, for what it's worth, I would absolutely recommend a habitation check being done on your van every year. At the end of the day, we live in these vehicles quite a lot. We sleep in them overnight. They've got electric, they've got gas. It really just needs to be checked out properly. And also, when you look at it from the point of view of damp, of course, like with any real house, not just a van, If you spot damp issues early, then normally, not always, but normally you've got a better chance of sorting it before it becomes an even bigger cost. So we would definitely recommend it. Now, we use Jamie partly because, well, at the end of the day, he's an award-winning habitation check person, shall we say. And we use him because he offers a mobile service. He comes to you. We did not have to move this van to get the habitation check done. And of course, because Jamie is part of the approved workshop scheme, everyone, the paperwork that I get from him is absolutely fine for sending to Roller Team. I always make sure that I send the paperwork immediately to Roller Team, and I always make sure I ask them to confirm that they have received it, so that in the event that there is any warranty work to be done, of course, they've got evidence that we've done what we need to do our end, and they can't wiggle their way out of it somehow. And the last thing I'd say about JB Caravan and Trailer Services is they keep a record on their system of anything and everything that's in the van that has warranty specific dates. So in other words, let's just take the habitation check itself. Some manufacturers may want you to have it done before a certain date of its anniversary. Some may give you a window of opportunity before and after. Either way, they keep a record of it on their system. And that just means that they've got it ready so that the next annual service that you need is done at the correct time to satisfy any or all of those warranty needs. I just think that takes the concern away from the end user or the customer, which of course in this case is me. So I would definitely recommend JB Caravans, should I say JB Caravan and Trailer Services, and of course I'm not being paid for that. It's just a case of I'm a customer that is very happy with Jamie's service. So that's it, everyone. That's the end of another video. We hope you found it informative. If you did, please consider giving it the thumbs up. That way it will tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video and more people should watch it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. There'll be a link just about there in a few seconds. Hit it, subscribe to it. Really does help build the channel and it shows your support. And of course it's completely free to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. See you on the next one.